If the matrix theory is true, there must be signs, small, subtle indicators that our reality is not what it seems. These are the so-called glitches in the matrix, moments when the illusion falters and reveals the underlying code. These glitches are often dismissed as coincidences or tricks of the mind, but for those who believe in the matrix theory, they are glimpses of the truth. One of the most commonly reported glitches is déjà vu, the uncanny feeling that you've experienced something before. You walk into a room, hear someone say a familiar phrase, and suddenly you're overwhelmed by the sense that this exact moment has happened before, down to the smallest detail. According to matrix theory, déjà vu occurs when the program is altered. Imagine the simulation as a giant, constantly updating software. When something changes, a piece of code is rewritten, a scenario is adjusted, your mind picks up on the discrepancy, triggering that eerie sensation of repetition. Déjà vu, then, is not just a trick of the brain, but a brief moment of clarity where you sense the underlying mechanics of the simulation. But glitches in the matrix aren't limited to déjà vu. Another phenomenon often cited by theorists is the Mandela Effect, where large groups of people remember historical events or cultural details differently from how they actually occurred. For example, many people recall the Berenstain Bears as the Berenstain Bears, or vividly remember Nelson Mandela dying in the 1980s, despite his death occurring in 2013. These collective false memories suggest that reality is malleable, that the history we remember might not be fixed, but subject to changes in the simulation's code. In this view, the Mandela Effect is evidence of the matrix being reprogrammed, with only a few individuals remembering the original version of events. Then there are the more blatant glitches, moments where reality seems to defy logic. People report seeing the same person in two places at once, objects that move or disappear without explanation, or even time itself behaving unpredictably. These experiences are often dismissed as hallucinations or memory lapses, but what if they are actual faults in the system? In the context of the matrix theory, these glitches could be errors in the program, moments where the simulation fails to maintain its seamless illusion of reality. Consider the implications. If these glitches are real, they might be signs that the matrix is breaking down, or perhaps that the programmers are testing us, seeing how we react to inconsistencies in our reality. It's like noticing a crack in a mirror. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. These glitches could be our subconscious minds recognizing that something is off, that the world around us isn't as solid as it appears. Some theorists go even further, suggesting that these glitches are intentional, a way for the creators of the matrix to communicate with us. Perhaps the programmers are leaving breadcrumbs for those who are willing to see them, clues that could lead to a deeper understanding of the true nature of reality. This ties into the idea of being red-pilled, a term popularized by the movie The Matrix. To be red-pilled is to become aware of the truth, to see the world for what it really is. Once you've noticed the glitches, once you've seen the cracks in the illusion, you can start to question everything, and maybe even find a way to escape the simulation altogether. But what if these glitches aren't just signs of a simulated reality, but symptoms of something even more profound? Some researchers speculate that these anomalies could indicate that our universe is not just a simulation, but a multiverse, a complex web of overlapping realities where different versions of events coexist simultaneously. In this scenario, glitches in the matrix might be caused by temporary overlaps between parallel universes, where the boundaries between different realities blur, leading to phenomena like the Mandela Effect or déjà vu. This multiverse theory adds another layer of complexity to the matrix concept. If we live in a simulation, it might not be just one reality, but countless simulations running parallel to each other. This could explain why people have different memories of the same events. Perhaps they are recalling experiences from slightly different versions of reality, each one a separate layer in the multiverse. But what about those who claim to have more direct experiences of the matrix? Some individuals report feeling like they can manipulate reality, altering outcomes, bending the rules of physics, or even predicting the future. These experiences are often dismissed as delusions or coincidences, but within the framework of the matrix theory, they might be evidence of people who have learned to hack the system. If reality is a simulation, then it should be possible, in theory, to manipulate the code. These individuals might have found ways to access the deeper layers of the matrix, interacting with the underlying programming to alter their experiences. The question remains, are these glitches and anomalies simply the result of human error and coincidence? Or are they signs that our reality is not as stable as we think? If we are indeed living in a simulation, these glitches might be our only clues to the truth, the only evidence we have that something isn't right. The more we pay attention to these anomalies, the more we might begin to see the matrix for what it truly is, a carefully constructed illusion, designed to keep us in line,